Hi all, I have a new London system course available for you. It's at a massive discount with a voucher code. Just go to Kingscrusher TV/London system. It's got more than 20 hours of video content. I've been pretty thorough about it, giving you fantastic game examples. And also I've tried to maximize the insights of those games generally as well for your middle game and end game sometimes. So what is, the London system? Why did I choose this? Well, if you remember, there was a hit video on the channel, Magnus Carlsen's Secret Move Order with 2 Bishop F4. That is the actual focus. It's sort of London system version 2.0. When you play Bishop F4, I really discovered it is pretty downside ready, in fact, for things like the Dutch Stonewall, the Benoni systems. You can use the Vaganian Gambit against the Benoni systems if there's a quick C5. It's very what I call downside ready, especially the Dutch Stonewall, which is already weakening dark squares. So I think it's a truly effective system you can use with the white pieces, as long as you're prepared to customize it, to kind of use the subset of it that is kind of downside ready for whatever is thrown at you. And it's really been a fantastic exploration experience that I've had, and you can see all the fruit of this at this course. So basically I've highlighted some key points here. I believe it's one of the most solid opening systems available, which even the world champion Magnus Carlsen has used many occasions. Positional themes can be applied more generally. You can fall back on it when you really want to minimize the risk of losing. It's also like minimizing counterplay in a lot of cases. So yes, the risk of losing is reduced if your opponent is about the same level as you, one assumes. Systems and ideas have been checked with Stockfish neural network and other neural network engines. So it's one of the first major courses making use of these, the newest engines available. It's an opening system that does seem to have a major following. By the way, I am from London as well. That's not mentioned here, but yeah. But as such, actually, maybe I have seen a lot of opponents using the London system, maybe more than in other places around the world. So Michael Franklin, for example, it goes back to Michael Franklin. I saw him use it in these various quick plays way back. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience with it generally. Yeah. So many games are in-depth analysed. So many games of Magnus Carlsen are analysed in this course. And I've tried to show the specific move orders for maximum effectiveness. So it's a system that has been thoroughly... it's thoroughly reliable, and it can annoy opponents who have their own opening theory that they've prepared against you greatly. So a great wind-up for anyone and all of your opponents. I call it quite often the dreaded London system, or an opening that should be against the Geneva Conventions in the past, in jest. But it's only because I really kind of hate playing against it. So if you can't beat them, join them. So I really enjoyed doing this course, because I can see that you're getting a small advantage in most lines with very little effort, without very little opening theory to actually memorize in a lot of cases. And you're cutting through swathes variations, especially against the King's Indian setup. There's ideas in the course I presented with an early knight c3 and e4. So quite often, if they're playing a King's Indian setup, they end up playing in a bad version of the Pierce. So they're wondering, well, Fischer and Kasparov, they didn't have to suffer this. No, because this London system version 2.0, it's been very well refined. So it's like filtering through a huge amount of opening theory and getting it on your territory in your terms. And also I've even made sure that I've covered all the weird and wacky responses, as well as the major setups that can be played against it. So if we look at the description, the course content, so it's over 20 hours. And by the way, because it's such an independent, powerful system, it's very likely I'll be evolving this on demand. If you have any sections that need expanded, just let me know. So it starts off with an introduction. I look at James Mason, who was one of the original users of bishop f4, way ahead of his time. Alexander Alekhine with the 1922 tournaments, I believe, in London, also helped popularize it after that. Then we've got Kamsky playing it a lot, a tribute to Michael Franklin. And throughout, there's examples, from various grandmasters. Let's expand into these sections. So there's two other sections after this. So we've got a lot of coverage about knight f6 and d5. That's quite often the main battlegrounds. Then we got versus the King's Indian or Grunfeld formations, the Dutch defence setups, the Benoni-styled systems, and then miscellaneous, and then the conclusions and philosophical points. So, yeah, I really enjoyed putting this course together, and there's 3 days at this amazing price at the moment. It's 83% off, but I'll try and put voucher codes every so often. But at the moment, it's you can get it at a steal price. So check it out. The London system. I know it's just one system which can really help you just get a good position with the white pieces, almost by default, basically. So I think it could really dramatically improve your results by strengthening your opening positions. Okay, I hope you check it out. Kingscrusher TV Kingscrusher TV /London system. Okay, thanks very much.